Alright, and hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are starting off bare face, and first things first, we're going to use our MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm just going to take a nice pea-sized amount and just dot that all over my face, and of course just rub it right in. My skin is at a challenge spot, but we will work past that. It'll get itself together sooner or later, hopefully sooner though, but go ahead and just rub that all in. Right, and next I'm taking my MAC Pro Longwear waterproof foundation, which this is one of my favorites, and I just went ahead and pretty much rubbed that, dotted, swiped that all over my face, and I'm just taking one of my Tarte Kabuki brushes just to blend that all in, and I realized that this one works so much better with a brush than a beauty blender coverage wise, but that's just my opinion, of course. And now I'm taking two different shades of my MAC, what's it called, Pro Longwear Concealer. One's in the shade NW15, and one is in NC15 and then NW20. So first I'm taking NC15 because I want that to be my base shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix the NW20 in with it right now. And of course mix them together, and you guys always see me do this. I like to take it in those little triangle shapes under my eyes. This concealer is so super duper creamy. Well, it's smooth, I want to say. So a little goes a long way, and the coverage is amazing. And of course I'm going to take it all over the highest points of my faces just so I can highlight and conceal any blemishes or anything like that, like I usually like to do. And I should have gone a little bit lighter because I feel like it didn't highlight enough. And now I'm taking my beauty blender, which you guys usually see me use my Real Technique sponge, but with this concealer, a beauty blender works best for some odd reason. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And this actually leaves a pretty undetectable kind of finish. I feel like it looks like skin, so it's not bad. It doesn't look too cakey or anything if you do it right. But I'm taking that on my eyelids too, just to help conceal even, although I'm going to prime right after this anyway, so oh well, just keep blending. Alright, awesome, and now I'm dipping into my MAC loose powder in the shade NC15 or NW15, one of those things, and I'm just going to be setting my under eye with that just to make sure everything stays in its place. And now I'm going to be setting my chin, but of course onto priming. I'm using, of course, my favorite primer in the world, the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. So I'm just taking one of my big fluffy brushes just to press that all over where I did put that concealer, just so I can have a even, like, a more even all over kind of base. I know I kind of went OD because I did put concealer on it, but whatever. I like doing this too. It's just cause, you know. So now I'm taking my MAC Warm Neutral palette, and I'm taking the shade Warm Breeze, which is this really a really light baby pink, which this pretty much showed up as nothing, like completely nothing on me, but I'm gonna try to build it up as best as I can. I love MAC shadows. I feel like you can get a lot of good pigmentation out of it, but since this was so light, it didn't really do much for me right off the bat. But if you keep building it up, it looks pretty nice. And I'm using one of my Sephora Pro brushes for this one, and I'm taking these circular motions just to buff it into my crease, and then of course going back and forth in those windshield wipers just to help blend it in the places where I do want to keep it. So keep on building it up. You're probably gonna have to take a while because it didn't really show up too much, and you see me rebuilding it up over and over and over again. It wasn't good enough for me, but it was a good transition. Honestly, it's what it's there for, to be barely detectable. Alright, and now dipping into my Nutcracker Sweet Peach Face Compact. I'm going to take the blush in the shade At Dusk, and I'm taking that into my crease as well. I'm using the same brush as before. I felt like this blush really added a nice pink flush into my crease. I I don't know. So, of course, you can multitask blushes as shadows. Just be careful because sometimes they are a little bit different than what you're working with. But you will see me build up the color, and you can pretty much see it right off the bat that it's this really, 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 really nice baby pink. But it does have a lot more pigment than the shadow that was in that palette. So I will build it up and keep blending in as much as I felt was appropriate just for another transition, because we are going to go in with a little bit of a darker pink, and I am now like so in love with this compact. It's honestly amazing. And now I'm taking another blush. This one is MAC's Tenderling, and in the pan it doesn't show up right, but on the eye it's like this really nice pink. Of course, it's super pigmented, believe it or not, which I was really happy about. And I'm going to take that on my outer corner and my inner corner, because we are going to be doing a halo eye for this. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep building up the intensity and blending to my desired effect. And this color is like so stunning. In the pan, it does not do it justice at all. At all. Alright, and of course I'm gonna keep building the intensity on each eye to my desired effects, and I really wanted this to be a really nice standout shade, so I am still layering it. So go ahead and keep going with it, and just make sure you blend. I'm taking my MAC 217 brush just so I can get into all those corners, and I love this brush. And then we're going right back out with our Sephora one that we originally used just to blend out any harsh lines. Alright, and now I'm taking my MAC pigment in the shade Rose. I'm just going to be carefully putting that on my, on the center of my eye. I'm going to pack it instead of, I know it looks like I'm swiping, but I am like, well, I guess I am swiping too. Pack instead of swipe. Swiping didn't really give me that much pigmentation, so I am, regret that. But you will see me go in well, maybe you will. I'm going to go in with multiple layers of this to get my desired intensity, and of course a little goes a long way, but make sure you do pack instead of swipe because you will get some fallout. Alright, and just to prep before falsies, I'm going to be taking my MAC False Lashes mascara, and I'm just going to be coating these lashes up. I love the wand of this, and I always forget about this mascara for some reason, but the wand of this is seriously amazing, and it really grips the lashes pretty nicely. I'm sure I could get away with just curling my lashes and wearing this mascara, and my lashes would look like bomb. So I did go ahead and do a couple of coats on my lashes. Just go ahead and coat them to prep. Search, but you stay lost. And because I love these lashes so much, is the Huda Beauty ones, and I'm gonna be taking my Tarte, Tarte lash glue, and popping my lashes on. And this was like the best lash application I have ever done. Honestly, they went exactly where I wanted them to go, and it was pretty amazing. I was pretty proud of myself. And I do have some mascara on my on one of my eyelids, so I'll get that off later. And of course, what you do to one eye, you gotta do to the other. Back to the lower lash line, I'm taking that shade Warm Breeze once again and hitting my lower lash line with that. Just going to use that same MAC 217 brush as before and doing it to the same one, just making sure it's all nice and smoked out. Now I'm going to be taking that shade Dark Brew and hitting my lower lash lines with that as well. And I did end up putting a little bit, oh my gosh, can't speak, a little bit of that on my outer corner and my inner, just to deepen up the look just a little bit. I didn't include it because my camera did die, but just so you guys know, I did put that on my upper eyelid as well. And now going back to that Nutcracker palette, I'm taking the highlight shade Tutu and just highlighting my inner corner. And oh my gosh, the shade was so stunning. Like, it's so freaking beautiful. I was honestly impressed by it, like seriously impressed. Cool, and now I'm taking my, what's it called? MAC? Well, duh, it's MAC. I'm taking my bronzing powder in the shade Golden, and I'm going to be packing that all on my face because I honestly feel like this one isn't as pigmented as some of the other, bronzers that MAC has, but this, I don't know, I think the packaging is so stunning that I reach for it every single time, and your girl is just gonna pack on the bronzer because it is my favorite part of doing makeup. It doesn't, like, it really helps to make me not look pale, and I'm just gonna do like slight contouring, nothing too special, but go ahead, pack that bronzer on, girls and guys, boys and girls, of course. Back to blush, I'm using Tenderling once again and popping that right on the apples of my cheeks, and you guys know I don't like blush that much, so a little for me goes a long way. Okay, once again back to that Nutcracker palette. I'm taking Tutu the highlight shade and highlighting the cramp on my face, and you'll see my nose in different lighting that it straight up looks like a disco ball, but oh my gosh, can we just talk about how stunning that was? I was honestly so surprised, and I straight up have a stripe on my face because of that. So I'm blending it out with that same brush that I used for my bronzer so it doesn't look like I'm a zebra today. But right back at it with the highlighting, like right off the bat you can see it's so stunning. Like, it's amazing. If you have fair skin, you are definitely gonna love this because it literally makes like your face pop. It is like that intense highlight that everybody wants these days, you know. I want it. And once again, blending that in again because you cannot be walking around with no zebra stripes, girls and boys. Once again, I keep saying that. Alright, and I couldn't decide on a couple lipsticks, so I did take a few swatches. I wasn't sure how pinky I wanted it, but I actually decided on one, and I'm going to be lining my lips with Plum. Of course, it's a MAC lip pencil, and yeah, it almost looks like a winey red one, which I guess it kind of fits in with the name, but in person looks completely different. And of course, I'm taking two combinations of lipsticks, and the first one that I'm going to be using is Whirl, so I'm going to put that right on top, making sure that I blend my lipstick in with that lip liner so you don't look crazy. Like you gotta blend. And I'm taking a concealer brush to wipe off some of the extra lipstick that I put on, and now I'm going in with Velvet Teddy and putting that right on top. And once again, I'm gonna go in with some concealer later because I keep messing up my lines because I'm challenged when it comes to normal like lipstick. I can't do it for some reason. But go ahead and top that baby off. Maybe I'll leave, baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Alright, and here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video of the year. So I hope you guys have a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Alright, and bye guys. I'll see you in the new year.